Hello and welcome to this writing lesson. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to write a review. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to understand the parts of a review, use clear vocabulary to give your opinion, write an organized review about a restaurant, a book, or a movie. Before we start writing, I would like you to think of these two questions. First, what's your favorite restaurant, movie, or book? And why do you like it? So, what is a review? A review is something that we write to share our opinions, also to tell others about our experiences, to inform others, and to recommend or warn about something. For example, if you buy something online and you like that website, you're going to recommend your friends and family to try the same website so they can have a good experience. On the other hand, if you also had a bad experience, you're going to warn them and tell them not to buy or to use this website. There are so many types of reviews: movies, restaurant, books, and products. Let's have a look on the structure of a review. So it's mainly three parts: introduction, main points, negative and positive, and conclusion. In the introduction, you're going to write what are you reviewing and background information like the title, place, author, for example, if it's a movie or a book, etc. The main points, you're going to describe your experience. You're going also to share the positive or negative points. There might be only positive points. There might be negative points. There might be positive and negative points at the same time. Conclusion. In the conclusion, you will tell the audience what you recommend, why or why not. Here is a list and examples of vocabulary that you can use if you're writing a review. Positive adjectives: enjoyable, fascinating, delicious, engaging, wonderful. Negative adjectives: disappointing, boring, tasteless, overpriced, confusing. For recommendation phrases, you might use negative and positive recommendation. If you want people to do something and you recommend it to them, you might use I highly recommend and definitely worth trying. But if you want them to not to do it or to refrain from doing it, or you are not recommending them to do, you will use the phrase I wouldn't recommend or avoid this because. Here is an example review. As you can tell from the topic, An-Nakheel Restaurant, Delicious Saudi Cuisine, it's about a restaurant. Last weekend, I visited An-Nakheel Restaurant in Riyadh with my family. So in this part, we introduced the place and we gave a little bit information about the outing. The atmosphere was comfortable. So here we start talking about the positive points. And the restaurant was beautifully decorated with traditional Saudi designs. I also gave more information. We ordered kebsa, grilled chicken, and salads. Again, positive points. The kebsa was delicious and well cooked. The chicken was juicy, flavorful, and not too spicy. Now let's move to the yellow highlighted sentences. You notice however, so it means but. The service was a bit slow because it was crowded. So this is a negative point about my experience. And as you can see, it tells about how the service was slow, and it gave a reason, because it was crowded. For the conclusion, overall, the word overall shows us that now we're going to talk about the experience in general. I highly recommend An-Nakhil restaurant. It's perfect if you want tasty Saudi food in a lovely atmosphere. At the end, green highlighted, is my opinion or the opinion of the writer. I'll definitely go again. So this is the structure that you need to follow when you're writing your review. Now it's your turn to practice. Write a review of 100 words about a restaurant, book, or movie you've recently experienced. This is the end of the lesson. I hope you have learned how to write a review. Thank you.